Hello everybody and welcome back to Start Crochet. So for today's lesson, we're learning how to work the double crochet stitch. And in the previous lessons, if you haven't watched those, please go back and watch them first. We learned how to tie a slip knot and how to attach the yarn to our hook, how to work a chain, which is the foundation of this project or many crochet projects that are worked in rows. Then we worked single crochet stitch here and here for these two rows. And in the last lesson, we worked half double crochet stitches, which were a little bit higher. Higher means, that the row is higher than the rows that are worked in single crochet. So for double crochet, we're going to continue on this swatch here. We're going to insert our hook into this loop and pull it like that to get it to hold snugly onto our hook. And we're going to hold our yarn and the swatch or the project you're working on, and we're going to chain 2. This time we're chaining 2 to start this row. This is the 4th row we're working on here, so that we can get to the height of the double crochet stitches that will come next to it. Okay, so for any project, you always look at the pattern and see whether they tell you that this is called a turning chain, because you're going to be turning your work like that. Check whether they ask you to chain 1 or 2 or sometimes even 3 as a turning chain before you start the next row. So for this project, we're chaining 2 here. So we did a chain 2. And we're going to yarn over first, just like we did with the half double crochet stitch. And we're going to find our first stitch here. You see this hole? This shows you that this is the first stitch you're going to work into. Hold that yarn a little bit here so it doesn't slip off. Okay, hold it with your thumb. Insert your hook into this hole and make sure you're grabbing both loops on this V right here, this stitch. You see, you've got these 2 loops. Hold your project, yarn over, grab that yarn and pull it through the stitch of the previous row. So now you have 3 loops on your hook, which is exactly the same as the half double crochet. The difference with the double crochet stitch is you're going to yarn over and pull through only 2 of these 3 loops first. Okay, like that. And then you're left with 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through these 2 loops. And like this, you've done your first double crochet stitch. All right, so basically what you're doing is yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over again, pull that through the stitch. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. Okay, yarn over again, pull through only the first 2, like this, and then yarn over again and pull through the next 2. That's a double crochet stitch. Let's try that again. Yarn over first, go into under the next stitch here, make sure you have both loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through until you have 1, 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over again, okay, pull through only the first 2 loops, then you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. Now keep doing this till you get to the end of the row. Practice, and you'll see here this was your first chain 2, and it's just about the same height as your double crochet stitches here. So let's keep going. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Just keep going. You can slow down the video if you like in the settings. Just keep practicing one stitch after the next, like this, until you get to the end of this row. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the next 2. Just keep practicing till you get to the last stitch. And make sure you don't miss that last stitch. As a beginner, it's sometimes difficult to know, so should I work into this one or not? Okay, so we are going to work into this last stitch. Sometimes it's a little bit tighter than the others. Yarn over, pull through. See, this one is a little bit tight. Try to get in there. And this is the last stitch. If you're not sure, or what you should do every time you finish a row, is count your stitches. Okay, so this one doesn't count. The one on your hook never counts as a stitch, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got our 10 stitches, so we are on the right track. So let me show you here the difference between the 3 stitches that we learned. So these were single crochets. They're quite short, so we did 2 rows of that. Single, single. Over here starts the half double crochet stitch from here to here. So that's a little bit longer, higher the stitch. Okay. And this is the double crochet stitch. You can see how much higher this is from here to here than the half double. And the half double is a bit higher than the single. Can you see that? So these stitches, the difference between them is how high they are in a project. And also, the higher you go, obviously there will be bigger holes between the stitches. So the double crochet stitch has bigger holes than the half double crochet stitch. You see the holes here are smaller. And in the single crochet stitch, the holes are even smaller and tighter. It's a much tighter fabric. And that's why they use that for amigurumi or stuffed toys, so that the stuffing doesn't come through. If you did a project like this with stuffing, it'll be very easy for the stuffing to come through these gaps in between the stitches. So that's it for the double crochet stitch lesson for today. So keep practicing this. And I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll learn an even taller stitch than the double crochet, which is the treble crochet stitch. All right, if you found this tutorial helpful, I'd love it if you give it a like. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. All righty now, see you next time. Bye.